Good morning, students. Let's start with the first chapter of the new session, that is for the annual term. The first chapter is time and work. First, we'll understand the general rules to find out the relationship between time and work, that in the given time how much work can be done, or if the work is done, then how much time is required. As for example, if a person can complete a work in n number of days, that n number of days can be anything, can be 1, 2, 3, 4, 7, 8, 100, any number of days to do a given quantity of work. That a work means always we'll consider it as 1. Then in one day he can do how much work? 1 by 9, 1 by n. Or 1 by 2, 1 by 3, whatever be the number of days required to complete the work. So, to find out a person's one day work, if suppose A finishes his work in 3 days, if a work is being given, or like if a work is being given to you to complete in 3 days, that you are completing in 3 days. So, in one day how much work you are doing? That is 1 out of 3, that is 1 by total number of days to complete the work. The next concept is, if a person can complete 1 by n work in one day. If one day's work is given now, that is if 1 by 3 work can be done in one day, then how many total number of days he requires to complete the work, to finish the work. So, total number of days is equals to 1 by 3, or if the number of days you will consider as a variable n, then 1 into multiplicative inverse, so that will be 3. That is the total number of days, that is n. The third concept is, if a part of work has been done, if you have to do one work and some part, means if 1 by 2 part of it is being already done, then remaining part of the work done by A, how many days required to complete the work, that is remaining part of the work you have to find. Means what? If 1 is the whole work, as I said, and 1 by 2 part is being done, then how much is the remaining work? Remaining work will be total work, that is 1 minus the part that we had already done, that is 1 by 2. So, that will be half. So, half and A's one day work that we have to write. We have to divide remaining work by A's one day work. With that, we can get the number of days to complete the total work. Now, in terms of ratio, if given that comparison between two persons, if A is m times as good as B, two persons are there. If A can finish a work in m times more, he can do the work than B. So, in terms of work, the ratio is m is to 1, that A can do m work with respect to B. If that is A is twice as good as B, that will be 2 is to 1. And to find out A's share, that we have to do A's share. 2 is the share ratio of A by total, that is 2 plus 1, that is 3. While doing sums, we will discuss more about it. And in terms of times, it will be 1 is to m. The same concept will come here. If A is m times good as B, means A can do m work and B can do 1 work, then time taken will be 1 by 1 by m. A's one day work is 1 by m, m by 1 by 1. So, that will be 1 is to m in terms of time taken. If two persons are doing work, or if the work being done given in terms of the money paid, that also we will find out one day's work, and with that we'll find out the A share or B shares, or the different person is doing the work. Like if A, B, C work together, 3 persons are there, then the money paid to them is divided among them in terms of ratio with their 1 day's work. Okay, so if A works for finishes his work in 1/6 is to 1/4 is to 1/2. That is A, B's and C's 1 day work. Then we have to find out in terms of ratio. Then you have to find out A's share, B's shares and C's shares. If the total amount is given that suppose X or 2500 rupees, then that you have to find out by simplifying A's, B's and C's work in terms of ratio. Another concept is here with pipes and cistern, that if m hours is being taken to fill the pipe, so in 1 hour the pipe can fill 1/m. That means if 2 hours required to fill the cistern by the pipe, then in 1 hour how much? 1/2. If n hours to empty the tank, if n hour is required means 3 hours required to empty the tank, then in 1 hour how much part it can empty? It can empty 1 out of 3. Here is a concept of filling the tank and empty the tank together. So when filling the tank, if m is greater than n, means to fill the tank time taken is less than the time taken to empty the tank. To fill the tank is less than to empty the tank, then we have how much part will be emptied or how much time being taken. That will be 1/m minus 1/n. And if to fill the tank the time required is more than to empty the tank, then 1/n minus 1/m means one part to be emptied in 1 hour minus part to be filled in 1 hour.